Okay, so here I am today, and I'm trying to take full advantage of this opportunity given to me by YouTube to go live on this channel. So, what do we have today? We are looking at the possibility of um, putting out information, putting out content as often as possible just to reach you guys, to reach all our amazing subscribers so far who have been able to help us grow so far the way we're going. It's amazing. We appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, this will be a great opportunity for you to do that. This is amazing. I'm hoping that we will be able to generate and grow this community even more than the way it's going already. Now, I'm not in the studio where I usually transmit from for this channel, but hey, it's something that needs to be done. So that's why I'm doing it right here, right now. As you can see, there's sunshine in the background. I'm indoors. I'll be going out. I will go for a bit of a run and workout in a little while. But while I have the opportunity here, I would like to at least get started. So, what is the topic of today? It's a Sunday session. Usually, we in the studio we're always jamming and playing music, checking out the latest Afrobeats jams. Especially now that it's getting closer to December. December is usually a really special time, and everyone is on the lookout for the biggest fattest hits that will, trigger the party during the December period. And it's a big deal. December is a big deal for most of the Afrobeats artists, for most African countries, because it is a time when a lot of the artists will be moving back home to go and watch. I'm sure that most of you don't know that this is possible. I actually just found out that I can actually go live on this channel directly right now. I didn't know that this was possible before, but now only quite recently, because YouTube did send a notification to say, hey, dude, you guys qualify to be able to go live on the channel. So that's why I decided that it's, you know, quite important that I do so, and just add another layer to the amount of work that is content that we're pushing out on a regular basis. So in the past couple of weeks, we've been trying to push out at least one or two bits of information, at least with the shorts that we can. So that has been going on quite regularly, and I'm quite happy that is going on, and it's happening because of the amount of support that we're getting from you guys. So that is vitally important. So continue to support the Afrobeat Cult, continue to support the work that we're doing, and you can also add value by telling us what you want us to talk about. For instance, what kind of artists? Well, the going into the artist realm right now, I can tell you that there's some that are making headlines. There's some that are making a lot of impact as we speak. And the one that we so appreciate the most right now is which one? The one that is making quite a lot of impact. It's not just one. There's so many of them. It's like a long list of artists that are ripping up the Afrobeat scene. And I noticed also that there's a tiny little shift away from the Amapiano field. Does that mean that the Amapiano field is fading away, or is there something that has evolved out of that? So that's some issue that maybe perhaps we'll want to talk about in the future sometime later on. And of course, a lot of people are attributing the crash or the kind of fading away of Amapiano to, they want to put it on the back of not just South Africans generally, but also on the artist Tyler, because of the situation that she had with her album, which was said to have been a great album, a good album, loads of lovely songs inside of that, but because of the behind the scene backlash that she got when she appeared on the Breakfast Club some months back. So that's one issue. We never did resolve that. If that was whatever came of that, I don't know what happened. But that is what, and of course, a lot of South Africans have been quite upset with a lot of the Afrobeats artists saying that, oh, the Afrobeats artists are infringing, they're going into their space. I mean, one thing you got to realize as a South African or as an African from anywhere, our music tends to intertwine. Our music tends to, rub off on each other, because all Afrobeats artists, all African artists, have the same, tend to, the music comes evolved from somewhere similar. So you will find that some sounds that exist in other parts also exist in one part also. And to be honest with you, even the Afrobeats from West Africa did sip into some of the artists, the music that some of the artists from the East African community churned out. You can find that even till today, even now, right now, you find like an artist like Diamond Platinum, for instance, who has dabbled into the West African mood. He has also dabbled into the Amapiano feel, and you name it, the dancehall feel, you name it, all of that tends to spread across. So it's not a completely bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's not that bad. So like some young people would say, it's not that deep. So it's not a plus to say, okay, don't touch the stuff that we're doing. It is a plus to say, okay, let's share it. Let's see how far we can push this one through. So that's been going on, and I think a lot of the artists from West Africa have started getting quite cautious about what they churn out to avoid crossing those lines. They say, okay, let's keep to our own little space so that we don't cross over and then ruin. But I think personally that crossover has been a major benefit to all to the industry, to the Afrobeat industry. So that crossover did help. It's not a completely bad thing. Now let's move into the artists themselves, and I want to talk about, for instance, Tiwa Savage. For instance, now Tiwa Savage had her album out. It did. I listened to the entire album. I listened to the songs there. Beautiful songs, absolutely beautiful songs. But the difficulty in pushing that content was because it was quite personal to her. I think she did mention it from the very beginning that the album was dedicated to herself, to her own experience in life, to everything that she has gone through from where she started as an artist to where she is presently. Her own pains, her own joy, so much of that was embedded in the album that she produced. So that is where you have that album that she had. And I'm thinking when it comes to commercial success, that was a bit of a difficulty, and not knowing, especially for the people marketing it, which was a slight deviation from where she used to be. So that was probably difficult for a lot of people that were meant to push it out. And she did quite a good tour of trying to promote the album, which was quite good. All of a sudden, I started seeing Tiwa Savage all over again, and she has had her difficult days, and but give it up to her because she does still represent a strong force when it comes to female Afrobeats artists, and you don't get to see so much of them these days. Anyway, you can literally mention the top ones in one hand, if we're being honest, because they're not so many. When you talk about Afrobeats artists, Yemi Alade is not as out there as she used to be. She's still a solid artist by no means. This is not to degrade the quality of artistry that she offers the industry. Not at all. She is quite solid still. And then you've got Ira Star, which is up and rising. And then there's one I have mentioned before in another platform, and she's called King Maddie. Now you got to look out for that artist. She's on another level. I'll be honest with you. She's completely different. Her style is amazing. Her tone of voice is second to none. It is so different. She seems and sounds so original, so pure, if that's a proper term to call her that. She is just fantastic. I think she's still evolving. She will find her feet, and she is the artist of the future. Look out for her, King Maddie. That's what she calls herself. That's the name that she has. Worked on a single out now called Demons, featuring Zlatani Bile. So go check that one out. It's a beautiful song. If you the lover in you will come out there, just listening to that song alone, it is absolutely beautiful. Their vocal harmony is it's amazing. The sync, both of them, they blended into each other amazingly well. So go listen to that one. That's a really great album. I'm still on the vibe of female Afrobeats artists. I think they still struggle quite a lot. I don't know why, but female Afrobeat artists still need a lot of push, still need a lot of help. I wish there would be more of them coming out, especially I know that there are tons of female artists, African artists in East Africa, for instance. In South Africa, quite a few of them, but not as monumental as the ones that have popped out quite recently. I'm talking about Tyler, for instance. Yeah, so her. So there's those, and I wish there would be more that we can point to and say, okay, these are the ones that are, shaking up the industry. There was one though that I was expecting quite a lot from, and I'm talking about. Oh, come on, Fave. Yes, Fave. That's her name. She featured in on one song with Davido, I think a year or two ago. Yeah, Kante. Kante was the title of that one. Absolutely lovely song. And when I DJ at parties, at Afrobeats parties, I that is a go-to song. It's always there in my back pocket, always hanging there, ready to drop at any point in time. Yeah, so I'm still expecting quite a lot from her, but I haven't really heard much from her quite in recent weeks or months. There's that, and of course you've got those ones that call themselves the Big Five or the Big Four or the Big Three. You know who I'm talking about. You must have heard all this gist from around. But before I go into that one, I'm still hoping that other West African, for instance, the West African scene grows. The East African scene, I mean, solid. South African scene, solid. More from the West African scene. I think Nigeria is perhaps the most consistent when it comes to artists popping up, in their different styles, like Shali Poppy and the rest of them. The younger artists out of Nigeria, not necessarily when you're talking about Davido or Wizkid or Burna Boy, and now you've got the absolutely amazing Rema. Rema is doing amazing things, and the new single that he has called "Fun" is definitely going to be featured quite a lot. It's making its way around the video. I watched the video. I will maybe do a review of the video if I can, and get you guys on board on that one. The song is it's amazing. I don't know what's going on out there, but yeah, that's a background noise. I hope it's not getting into this video. Hopefully not. But yeah, so that's the situation, and I have done such and such and such right now. So what I will do, I will go figure out what all that noise is about, and hopefully now that I have access to this platform, I'll be jumping on it as soon as possible. So nice having you guys with me today. I will get back on it as soon as possible. Yeah. See you guys soon. Bye.